Okay, so for today lab session, it will going to cover DHCP protocol, dynamic host configuration protocol, and reverse proxy, and also Apache Gmeter. So wait, okay, it's already live. I will like to remind you.
So for today live session,
Wait.
going to.
Okay, I will remind you to open your camera as we are going to record your attendance from your camera. So we can move to Assistant Kesa. You can start the live session.
Okay, so let me set in. Okay, so can you see my screen or not?
Yeah, it's clearly visible.
Okay, so for this test lab, we'll cover maybe 3 or 4. I think there is a dynamic DHCP, reverse proxy, and this is a new material is Apache Juniper. Okay, maybe there will be so much material, so very confused for all of you. Okay, so first we need to open our GNS3, and then we need to open maybe I'll make it. Okay, so for this test lab, we need to make new topology. Wait, let me check it in this prerequisite site. You can see it in prerequisite site, and then we need to make this topology first. And then it's already given the configuration, so you just need to copy and then run it. You need to make the topology and then copy this configuration and then run it. Okay, this is already, and this one is already created by me, and let's start it. Okay, so first we need to make the terminal for this. Okay, let's go to the DHCP. DHCP first. DHCP, like you usually know, we usually address the IP into the client is by static IP address. Like if you see the configuration, you see that interface Ethernet null, inet static. So this is a static configuration, and we assign the IP statically, and this is not going to change every time we restart the topology. And the meanness is, what if we have more big topology, like we have more client in this, and we doesn't even need we need to think about what IP address to set in every client. It's make us so it's so tiring. Okay, so there is a protocol called DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, and maybe I will not dive into the theoretical because there is so much material and there will be much practice too. So it's like that. Like we set up this one as DHCP server, and then this one, and this is as DHCP relay to give all the IP address to the connect switch. And then every time we need to start it, we don't need to set the IP statically. Right? Yes, that is the. So that's the idea of this protocol. So we just need to make the HTTP server to passing the IP address and set like the range IP for the subnet. And then every time we start the client, they got IP automatically. Like, okay. So this one maybe I'm not gonna dive into the theoretical. Okay, so after that DHCP server, there is a DHCP relay. Like if we set up, wait. Okay, so if we see that this one will be the DHCP server, so this one will be the DHCP relay because this will not connected to this client, right? We need to give the IP into the client, so this will be the DHCP server, and this will be the DHCP relay to send the IP address into the client, like that. Okay. Okay, and in the client, usually you just need to configure it like this. Like this is the normal statical. Like we need to assign the static IP, but if we already have the DHCP server and DHCP relay, we just need to put it like this. So it's more convenient. We don't need to assign the IP manually. Okay, so that's the idea. And then we go to, oh yeah, of course, the IP address is like you got leasing. There is a time when the client is having the same IP address. So usually every time you restart it, they will be having the different IP address. And the IP address is limited by time you set up in the HTTP server. Okay, so yeah, maybe you can read it. And okay, we go to implementation. This is the topological before, but after the model prerequisite, we can to make a new topology. And then first we need to open the Vestalis. This will be our DHCP server. Okay, so maybe we'll start all and then connect to. Okay, it takes time. Okay, after that we can go to telnet to and port is 5006. Okay, so we already go into the Vestalis and then we can just follow the model. Okay, first we need to do update get update. After the update get update, we need to install the DHCP server library. Okay, after we install the DHCP server, maybe this is will be checking the version, but I think it's not important. And then we need to configure the etc default ESE DHCP server file. Okay, so open this file, this one, and we go to none. Okay, as you can see, this will be a basic configuration of the DHCP server. And what we need to change is this one. We need to add the Ethernet 0 to interface before. Why is Ethernet 0? Because as you can see, this is our DHCP server, and what connect to the switch and another topology is ETH node. If you set it a different way, like there is ETH1 or Ethernet 2, and then you can change it into Ethernet 1 or 2. So because this topology is using the Ethernet node to connect to the switch, so we just set it into Ethernet node. And then we can save it. After we save it, we can go to, okay, it's already done. And we can go to configuration of the HTTP server. This will be the one we configure, like what range IP to be distributed and what subnet will be distributed to. Okay, we can go to nano. So this will be basic configuration. I think you don't need to change it in top. We just copy this to this. Okay, so first you need to make the subnet is like this. Okay, so because there is two subnet that we need to distribute, like this one is subnet 1, and this one is subnet 2. So there will be two configuration like subnet. The one is with one prefix and then two prefix. Okay, let's set up it together. Because my prefix IP before is I set it with 10, 11, and then we can go to 20, and then the net mask will be the same because you don't need to change the net mask. And then this is the range IP that we need to that we want to distribute it. You can set it whatever you want because in the minimum, if there is I setting this one, the subnet 2. So there will be 4 clients. So the range IP you need to make is more than 4. So if I want to make 2, maybe I'll start with 10 and then until maybe until 20, something like that. Okay. So for the router, we can set it to because as you can see, this one is connected to I think error. Okay, so after this one, set up the option router. This is the broadcast address, but it's not quite important. You can just set it to the max of the IP. Usually the broadcast is the list of the IP range. And the last is 255. So you need to set up it to 255. And then the domain name server, in this case, our domain name server is this one, NH lobby. If you read the prerequisite, then you know that the domain name server or the DNS server is the NH lobby one. So the IP is as you can see, the IP is this one. Okay, and then this is the default list time. We will set up it to 600 and max list time is just follow the module for the default configuration like this one. And then you can make it more for the another subject that we have. Okay. This one will be 1 because we need to set up the one. Maybe we'll open it to 20 until 30. The option router is 1.1. This will be 1, and the DNS is still the same because the DNS is not our. You can see the IP in the setting. Okay, I think that's all for the configuration. After that, we can go to this one. Okay, so it will be restarting the server result. Actually, it's failed. If it's good, then will be okay here. But because it's failed, because I think there is some problem in the configuration, and you can check syslog for the problem. But I think I'm already faced it before. We can go to this one, and then we need to make 3. One more subnet. It's the subnet that the DHCP server in. So because the DHCP server is on subnet 3, so we need to include this one too. Okay, just copy it and then change it to three, and another is the same. Okay, just save it and restart the service. Okay, if it's already done and there is no problem, you can see that okay, not failed again. After that, we need to configure the DHCP relay. So the DHCP relay will be this one. We need to telnet to. We go to telnet. We go to Fuchsia is 5,000. Okay, so we already go into the Fuchsia. As you can see, Fuchsia is not statically. They got DHCP2, but not from our DHCP server, but from the NAT. So it's already got the IP, and then we can set up it. First, install this one. Just paste it. Just follow the module, and you will be okay. And then there will be some setup that we need to make. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so okay, after installing the library, we need to set up this one. And when we set up this one, okay, maybe if you install it, there will be some question, but I think you need to just pass it with enter, and you don't need to fill it first. And then we can go to nano and edit the configuration. So what we need to edit is first the servers is the IP address from the DHCP server. If you see the Westalis, you can go with IPR. And then as you can see, this will be our DHCP server IP. Okay, the DHCP server IP is 10.11.3.2. After that, the interfaces that we need is Ethernet 1, 2, 3, because as you can see, the future is going into Ethernet 1, Ethernet 2, and Ethernet 3. So we can set up it like that. And Ethernet 3. Of course, if you have more Ethernet or the interface, then you can set up it more. Okay, after the interface, we need to set up the, okay, I think it's this step. Okay, after that, we can control shift and then back. After set up that, we need to set up this one. We go to and as you can see, there will be some configuration, but you just need to add this one. Just copy it and then paste it and then save and then out. After that, we just need to restart the DHCP relay service. Okay. Okay, so if the output is like this, and that will be okay. I think if it's not okay or something like that, there will be some another than y here. It's another alphabet. But as you can see, all our Ethernet is good. So you set up it right. Okay, after that, we just need to set up for all the client that we want to have the DHCP IP. So we don't need to specify it manually. So maybe we go with logon in 5060. Okay. Actually, as you can see, because I already set up it like this. Wait, wait. Okay, as you can see, I'm already set up it like this. So in this one, the first configuration is like this. Maybe I'll show the differences between using the ICP and not. We're gonna apply this, then we stop and start. Stop. So why before it's not working, even we already set up the DHCP server and the Fusa, because we need to set up this one first, the DHCP server and DHCP relay first. After that, we need to restart the logathon or the client, because the configuration is just running if you restart the client, right? Okay, so if I'm ready telnet, as you can see, this will be basic statically IP. This one we are set it statically, but if we change it into the DHCP one and comment this one, and actually we don't need to the Econem server again because it's already included in the DHCP server setting. Okay, let me start. After that we start, we need to connect again. And as you can see, we got the IP. So our DHCP server and the relay and the client is already set up, right? Because as you can see, we already got the IP with 10, 11, 120. It's on the range of, uh, wait, where is the configuration? I think DHCP. Okay, as you can see, we already set up it in here because the login on is on subnet 2. So as you can see, subnet 1. So as you can see, we got the IP range between this 20 and 30. So we got the 21 and it's done. So it's working. After that, the certificate client, we can set up it. Oh, yeah, this is the configuration. You just follow the module, but I'm already changed it before. I'm already demo it to you. And then we can go with all the client we want to create. But I think uh, we just need to demonstrate one client, I think. Okay, but maybe for the demonstration, we just go with, try with Alabasta, so we know that they have different IP. Okay, Alabasta is Thompson. Okay, so as you can see, we got this one, and then we just need to copy this configuration, and then copy this one. After copy this one, we can edit. Now maybe I'll just delete it all. Okay, and then apply. And remember, every time you apply the change in configure, it just will be applied when you stop it and then start with the client again. So it will be not applied just like that. So you need to stop it first and then start it again. So if it's already connected, and then we can go telnet, and already you can see that we got different IP for Alabasta, and it got 10, 11, 1, and 22. And for the login, we got the 10, 11, 1, and 21. So the configuration is already complete. Okay, so I think that's for the HTTP, but I think there is still more configuration before, like we can set up the leasing times different time, like this one, and this one will be 600, and you can set up it as you like and change it, and every time you change it, you need to make it stop and start again. And then, of course, you can have the fixed address too. So if you don't want to have your client is or a server is dynamically IP set. So you need to make the fixed address for just only that thing. So as you can see, for maybe this one is Jipangu. Jipangu is this one, and I think that will be server in future. So we need to set up it usually like make it fixed address this one. So that one will be the IP address will be the same every time we reload it. Even we already set up it with the HCP. So maybe even we change this into the HCP, and then if we add this configuration, and I think it's not, it's already good. As you can see, the safety address, you can set it with the fixed address, and this is a hardware Ethernet that connect. As you can see, if we go with IPA, and this one with the IP, this one, and we have the link or Ethernet, the link Ethernet address. So this one will be the identifier for the fixed address. Okay, so I think that's all. Okay, I think that's all for the HTTP. We don't need to create it in Jipangu or something like that, maybe later, but the idea is like that because we still need cover more material. Okay, so after that, we can go to reverse proxy. For reverse proxy, so usually a proxy is something that like wall. It will be our internet wall. So everything that we need to send or come to us is come to proxy server. So every instances usually having the proxy server, like ETS having the proxy server too. So we can access the URL or website that prohibited by the campus. So like that. So the reverse proxy is the reverse from the proxy server because the client and when send it to the our server, if we have more server than one, they just need to send it to our reverse proxy, and our reverse proxy will be distributed it into the server that we have. So that's for the theoretical for the proxy. I think you already get it. It's like a firewall, maybe something like it's like a gateway for our request or response to internet or from internet. Okay, so this one, as you can see, there is maybe you can read it. I think it's in Indonesia. I don't know why there is no module in English for the other from the ICP. I think it's okay because all of you I think know Indonesian language. Okay, so first for the implementation, we want to deploy a website using Nginx in Dressrosa. Okay, maybe we can. I think. Uh, yang mana ini? Maybe I'm gonna out from the Alabasta and then we go to Dressrosa. Dressrosa IP is 5008. I internet 5008 and we already got into the Dressrosa. After we got into the Dressrosa, we need to this one. Boing. And then if we already install the Nginx, so I think you already know about the Nginx because Nginx is a web server for deploying website. So usually use like Nginx or Apache. You can choose one, but in this demonstration we will use Nginx because that's the most usually used in our campus. Okay, after download that, we can go to login. Okay. Okay, actually, you can ping the Google because if you see this one, it's changed into our DNS is 10, 11, 12, 2, 3, and our DNS server is not set up with DNS forwarding. So we need to open it. Okay, we go telnet and in NES lobby. NES lobby is 5010. Okay, so for the configuration. Oh, I think I already create the wait. So I already make the configuration file before. This is our cheat, so we don't need to copy it or do the same task again and again. We just give it in nano. You can save it in this one, and then you can go just copy the file. So you don't need to copy the command every time you restart the GNS. So I think if we go to con option. So okay, we already created here. So we just need to do the so if you need to run the script and then you can just run it and then you can get all the comment that you already make and then just waiting until it's completed. It's more efficient because I think before when I demo some groups, they still use some document or something like that. I think it's good, but if you need to save the comment, you can just go with script as well and then run it every time you want to run it, and it's done. Okay, I think right now it's already ping Google Doc. Okay, I think it's already good because we already get the DNS forwarded to our DNS server. Okay, it's done. Okay, so we can do the comment. Log it out. Then just copy and run it. Okay, so links is actually like viewer, like web viewer in CLI. So usually we can see the content of the website right in our CLI or command line interface. So using links, there will be some maybe the CSS is not gonna render enough like image or something like that, but you can see the usual layout. So it's more convenient to check if your configuration work or okay, and then run this one. Okay, after you done, we can set up halaman habis. Maybe you can check this. Okay, this one is still not enable. Okay, so jarcom.set is already exists because in the prerequisite topology we need to make some domain like this one is in is on in this one. There will be some domain that we already made like jarcom.site and we need to the the A tag to Ennis Lobby, Water 7, and Jipang. So you need to already ping the Ennis Lobby dot jarcom.site. If things wrong spelling, it's already done. So if we want to ping it, ping uh, the site for another from another server, we just need to type the domain, not the IP, because it will be hard if we remember the IP, right? Okay, so we go with start this page. In this one, we go to maybe we need to create some index.html like just for testing, and we copy the HTML that presented in the module, and then Control S and save. After that, we need to change the configuration in this one. As you can see, we need to use nano. And this is the basic configuration of Nginx site. I think we don't need to change it another. We don't need to change another line. We just change the server name. Okay, so this server name, it will be jarcom.site because we already know. And then after we change it, we can go with this one from the login. Pang. Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay. After you change the configuration, don't forget to do the service Nginx restart. And so it's okay. And after that, you can go with that one. This I check it from dark on the side. Okay, so I'm not writing the index.html. This is the engine X. That one. Okay, so that's it. Wait. Slash slash login. Actually, I put it. We need to put it in slash and this one. Put wrong, and we need to copy the index.html again, and then we save it. After we save it, we can do the restart, and then we can go to this one. Okay, so it's already display the static page that we already make. Selamat datang di Desa Rosa. Then I think we can go with Telkom.site too because it's the default path for the. So that will be the testing for the links and something like that. So of course, in the practicum, we don't need to make the index.html or something like that. We will be given index.html or something like that. And we just need to configure it. So you don't need to worry about that. And of course, it's not a plain HTML, and we need to make the PHP file. Okay, just run it in Dressrosa. Follow the instruction in the module, and you will be okay. Yes. Okay, there is so much to install and download. Okay, I think it's done. After it's done, we can copy this one and make it a new one. Like we go to index.html through index.php, copy the file and then save and out. After that, we just need to we need to make style CSS too. Okay, wait, I had CSS. We configure the style.css and then we copy this one, and then copy this one, and done. After that, we go to this one for the configuration. And after that, we need to add the index.php. Where is the file? This one. You can add the index.php in one of the files. Okay, after you add the index.php into the list, you need to uncomment in this one. Okay, we go to that, then where is the dot slash php for this one? You need to uncomment this, uncomment this, uncomment, uncomment, uncomment. Uncomment. After you uncomment that, I think it's already good. And then we can go with this. Line. What? Okay, I put some download. Okay. But wow, I don't know if the something like this. Okay, I think it still works, so I think it's okay. So after that index.php, maybe we can skip this part. It's just like some okay, some access log. So I think it's not quite important. Okay, after that we go to PHP FPM. So we usually write a website in PHP, but in deployment we need to implement it with PHP FPM because of course we don't use PHP artisan serve in the server side, right? We use the PHP FPM for the daemon that run in the background to process the PHP for web server. So it's not so it's important to use that for the deployment in the server. Okay, so you can see this one. It's not quite important. Okay. We go to configuration. I think we already installed it before, so it's already good. And then you can go with this. What did you put it? Oh, okay, it's not running. Is you can complete it with your PHP version. If I'm downloaded, I'm download the 7.4. In the module, it's 7.2. Okay, after that, we can configure this. Okay, maybe we can this. And then we can check the status and the PHP FPM is already running. After that, we can go to create the config in Dressrosa configuration. And as you can see, the directory is not exist because it's 7.2. you need to make it 7,4. Okay, after 7,4, and we need to, I think it's how much to do. Right, I think this one, user, this was the user. I don't know why my account is not. Good. You can go there. Yes. Okay, so this is the basic configuration. Can go. This will be the basic configuration, and we just need to make the dashboard. Okay. Full and the global. Okay. I think just copy this. Usually we need to copy the file into our file, but it's not important right now. We will just copy this. Let go. Okay, this is already done. Okay, I think important to the rest was start. Okay, after you copy the configuration, we need to make a group and user for the dress route. Okay. It's up to you if you edit with different group name or different username, but as you can see, if you see the setup this one, you need to follow the user and the group that you set up in the resource configuration. And if it's already done, you need to make the user add and group add to the user and group name. You already set it. Okay, then we can go to service. We've done it before. We go with this. Okay, status is running. We need to make it restart because we changed some configuration. And it's already done. After it's done, we need to ubah soket PHP. Yeah. Okay. Let me see some. Right, so this one. Okay, I actually don't know why this one. Maybe this is Python or something. We don't need to change it first. We need to change the engine X configuration to our FPM configuration. This one. So as you can see, the one we uncomment before, it's this one. Test CGI underscore pass unique torrent PHP fpm.soft, and we can change it to our this one. And after we copy, we can get the hit that right. After that, we go to restart the Nginx service, and if it's good, we just okay. It's failed. I don't know why, but maybe Selfish because because the seven and then we can go this one. Okay, that will be well. Okay. I think because there is so much confusion that we already made, I think we missed something here. PSPF PM. Let's see the status. Traffic already running. Stop. Still playing. Okay. Or I think we need to change that one. If we- The carbon pool can be used in direct test. So blah 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 blah. Maybe and so. Okay, maybe Google Colors that convert and then we change to just just change. Okay, so if we can see there, mhm, just can see that. Okay, okay, starting and where's the engine? Okay, it still failed, but I don't know why. Okay, so maybe we need to before into pool and configuration on global. Pool is this one. Global for variable. Yeah. And then we already take this. We already at this one. Okay, it's already at this, so we already done it before. And then you need to restart the package. Really the 7 and then change the FPM from NDS with response out configures. Oh, oh, oh. Hmm. Let's start. Where is the configuration of and this one we already set the CPI class units. Slash bar slash run slash PHP. Yes. It's already good. But I don't know why it's not working. It's not. Okay, so if it's not working, maybe we'll keep it for now, and maybe I will go with another assistant and solve the problem. And I think we need to update some in the module. Ha, okay, I think it's already worked now, but I don't know why. Just follow the module, but I think it's okay. I don't know if I missed some step before. Okay, after it's running, and then we can go with configuration for the reverse proxy. And you can see this one, blah, 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 blah. You can add some proxy pass like this, proxy pass. But I think that not will be done. Okay, so we need to configure in the PHP. Okay, let's read it. Let's proceed. Okay, step one. In Jepang, setelah menginstal engine XN PHP, wow. Now we go with Jepang. We go with Jepang. Okay, we go with Jepang. Jepang is 5014. Great. Production. Oh, then. Okay. I think the Jepang is usually have the fixed update, but I think the static API is okay. So I think it's not problem for now. Because we need to install the Nginx and PHP. Okay, let's go. Update. Don't forget to update again. Update. Okay, wait, update again. In the install Nginx. After the Nginx, we need to install the PHP too, but I think what is the name? Maybe just this. Yeah. Okay, after install the Nginx, we need to install the PHP FPM2. So the Jipangu is called worker. So maybe if you don't know the work is like this is the server proxy and this maybe this one and maybe this one too will be our worker in website server. So if Dressrosa is already if Jipang is already full, maybe we can pass it into the beta 7 and it works like that. So we need to make more worker than one because one server is usually not enough for hosting a website with high traffic. Okay, so this will be our one of our worker, Cipangu. I think there is so much you need to install. After that, installing you need to go with wait, where is your reverse proxy of this one? Hey, where are you? Okay, this one. After this, we go to document root into the block. Up. You can run the root. Hey, what? I mean this one. Why I'm doing that comment? Haha, that's so dumb. Go with nano. That's a level. Hey, why you write it like that? We need to at default. Okay, and then we change to the root to r HTML. But I think it's already done. Di block root. Tambahkan index.php. It's already done before. Yes. Oh no, it's still index.php. Okay, after the index.php, we go to configuration PHP server like before. Just the same as before. We go with this one. Uncomment the location, the include. I think it's still comment this one. And then I think it's done. After the uncomment some the line, we go to create index.php in /var/www.html. We go with nano index.php. So we create a new one and then we just need to copy that one. Close. After that, we need to restart the service by this one or using service. I think it's good enough. You can see the status. It's already running, so it's good. And then we go to Dressrosa and then add new location to test available demo. Hub. And we go to our Dressrosa and that wait, okay, this one. And you can see this is some location like the slash, and we need to make a new one, new location to make proxies. Okay, after that, we just need to create the IPG function. What is the IP? We can check it with API. And as you can see, the IP of Jipangu is this one, 10.11.25. And we can set it to it's already good. After that, we can check it. We restart this. Restart. That one is good, and we can go with log without. Log without. What is that get rate? It's already good in the PSP. But why is bad get? There is something wrong with the configuration. We already at the index PSP. From the side. We already at the proxy pass about Jepang to 10, 11, 12, 5 plus index.php. And in this one, we can, it's already running. Like this. It's still not. Okay, it's working. Actually, we need to restart the Nginx because we added the Nginx configuration, but I forgot to restart the Nginx service. Don't forget, every time you change the configuration of something, you need to restart the service related to your configuration. Okay, I think as you can see, it's already done. So even I go with this one, the jarcom.site, it's the one configuration in the Dressrosa. This one, if you see the server name is jarcom.site, but in Jipangu, yes, you can see the server name. It's still like this. So Jipangu is like another server to host the different directory. So if we go to about Jipangu, we will go to proxy path and pass it into the our another worker that the IP of the Jipangu like this, and we pass it to index.php, IP Jipangu slash index.php, which is we already set it in this. So if we set it with another server name, we can make it different. So like that. So this Dressrosa is working as a proxy. Okay, after that, I think there is still so much here, and the time is not will be enough. Maybe I think we'll cut some part. We can go to with header and value, and we can go with that header. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, this will be a proxy byte. I think I will not uh, demonstrate this one because as you can see, it's just a little. You can just add the proxy set header to the Dressrosa configuration. Then we can go to proxy bind. If we have some server proxy for handling requests, you can go proxy bind to perform the binding. Like this, we can add. So we have 3 workers here, and then we can make the binding as we want, like this. Okay, I think that is already good. And you don't, I think I don't need to demonstrate this one. As you can see, if you add this one in the configuration and Dressrosa like this one, and you just need to add more location like //what//what//what, and you can add more application into your uh, domain or server. So we can add the Jipangu and we can add the Anis lobby if we already set up the Anis lobby for the worker, and we can add Dressrosa as one, and we can access it like with F1, F2, F3, same with your location. Yeah. But I think we don't need to demonstrate it because that will be long. Okay, so I think this one is important. It's the load balancing. I think you already know about what is load balancing. It's just like this one. If we have three worker like this one, two worker this one, web server, and we have high traffic, right? So every user access the server, they will be accessing the proxy, the load balancer, and the load balancer will be redirect us to one of our workers that we already setting. Like if we setting like using uh, round robin or some algorithm that already founded in load balancing. Okay, we will just try it. We can go to Weather 7, Cipangu, and Ennis Lobby. Wow, there is so much that we need to set up actually. Okay, and this will be some configuration that we need to make. Like there is some wake or just disconnection. That will be some IP hash or round robin. The usual we use is the round robin one. I think go with this one. I demonstrate the round robin. We need three worker, water seven, Jipangu, and Anis lobby. The Jipangu is already having the same configuration. It's already work as a worker. And for this one, okay. Yes. We set up the configuration. And what the top of Anis lobby and water seven. Water seven is Anis lobby is 5,000. And for the water seven is 5,020. But I actually already have the problem. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'm just using this. Okay. And then we open the water server as version. Actually, it's really retiring to write the same code to every worker that we have. But in practical, it's usually you need to set up three workers, so it's actually the same. So you need to focus the setup right now, so you don't confuse when you need to make it by yourself. Okay, so we need to run this all command. Com. Com. Okay, we install all the requirement. Wow. We go with Y. 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 Okay, there is so much that we need to install. So just let's wait. After that, we can configure the Nginx and make a new file in fast available jarcom and do it in all worker Nginx except for the dress rosa, because the dress rosa I think will be the proxy or the load balancer. And then okay, we can use this one. Okay, we usually type the configuration in default, right? But this will be some differences because it's the default, and we need to make a new Nginx configuration file for every web that we have. So we can go with do it this one. We make a new file called platform in the slash text available, not the default one. And after that, we go with this one. Just copy this side. I think it's already good. Yep, it's already good. Just go back and save and add. And don't forget to make it in every worker you have. Slash it slash type available. Copy that. Press Ctrl X. We go with this one. And then Control C, Control S, Control X. After done with all of that, we just need to unlink uh this one, because if there is a default, then every time we access it, that it will be set into the default one. So just run that, run for every worker we have. Okay, we already run it for every worker we have. And then we need to make a new directory platform for every worker we have. No slash var slash cv slash unit new directory, and then we create a new one, index.php. We usually make it in HTML directory, but this one we create it in jar.com directory. Just copy the code, Control X and Control S, Control S, Control X. Oh, actually we need to make this first. I do fast slash g slash jar.com, and then we do the nano, Control S, Control X, and then we do the same with next slash fast jar.com, and then we do the nano slash var slash jar.com slash index.php, copy, control save and out. After that, we need to do the same with the Pipango, like this slash var slash www slash jar.com, and then we go with nano slash var slash www slash jar.com slash index dot php. Index.php, control C, control F, control A, and it's done. After that, in Dressrosa, as our load balancer, we'll set up something here. Okay, we need to make a new configuration file in Dressrosa. Where is our Dressrosa? Okay, so if you see the set available default, this will be the default one. So we don't need to create it. We just need to make a new one as configuration for the load balancer. What is the name for that? LB Jacob. LB is stand for load balancer. After that, we just copy this one. Go, go, go. And we already set that one. And with IP lobby is 2.3. Yep, I think it's right. 2.4 and 2.5. I think it's already good. And you don't need to make it more harder. And then we unlink the default, because if we not unlink it, it will be set to the default. So just unlink the default one. Bam. So our configuration go to LB Jacob. And then we go with link this one. Okay, I think we need to the link for every worker we have. Okay, I don't know. Just write it first. Okay, it's good. LN is just link the we need unlink the default and then link the LB Jarcom one. And then we restart the service. Begin restart. Okay, I think it's good. Okay, after the restart, we can go with links this one. We go with link jarcom.site. Wait, what is this? Already jarcom.site. Maybe we need okay, don't forget to search it. VPN. That actually I forgot the name, but we go with endgame first. We start service engineers. We start service engineers. We start. Okay, after restart the engine X. Oh, I think this one. We go with restart. I don't know if this is the problem or not, but let's try it. Start. Okay, I think it's already done. What if right now? Still not working. I think we need to enter this one. Just try it first. Actually, available to Jarcom. We need to link it. Actually, I think I misplaced the index.php one. Why my name is I think that's wrong one. We need to change it into PHP actually. Move it, move it to the same direction. For renewing, okay. I think we go with start, and then start. Okay, so this one too, and before. Oh, it's already right. It's index.php. So it's already good, but we still not link at this one. Link this one. Oh, that's not what I want. Minus fha slash index slash sites. Available slash jarcom. fha slash. Oh, where are we go? It's engine X slash sites. In Navlet. Okay, that one. Okay, let's go. Yes, copy this one. Okay, maybe we need to restart. Restart first. restart this practice. Okay, I think like that. But if it still not work, I think something's wrong because there is so much configuration that we made before here. So it's usually make a wrong configuration. We already made the jump. Yeah, from that side. Okay. Already good. Look at the configuration we have here. Wait, wait, wait. Good. It's already right. www Jacom. We add the index of PSP. Yes, is this one wrong, I think, or not? I don't even know. We go with surface and the next part, and then this top is more preferable. Okay, then we go with this nano. This one, we change it to 7.4. This is the problem part. So we go with surface and the next part. 7.4. This one, this part, and then the surface. This part. I don't know if that's or not, but we just try with our best. So I think if it's still not working, then I think we need to give up in this matter for now, and we need to display this with another system. Maybe my configuration is still not work because something. I think it's if it's work, everything will links to the Jacom.site. It will be redirected to different, like first is Jipangu, and then after we run it again, it will be to Water 7 or the Enix lobby. It will be different, but I think this one is not working for now. And because the time is not, it's quite limited, but I think we will skip this for now, and I'll discuss it with other assistant to make it right. But usually, if you follow the module, right, that will be no problem. Okay, still don't know where is my. What if I do it? What if I do it? Okay, so this one is good. This one is good. And this one is good. So usually the output will be like this for every, but this one I'm just doing with links full plus 3, right? So every time we need to link the jarcom.site, it will be redirected to this IP. That will be the case. But I think the wrong not in the configuration, but because it's already right here, as you can see, we can access it for every. But so I think the wrong is on this. I'll check it. Yeah. Why none of you remind me about this IP actually? Uh, okay, so don't forget to change the IP. Just don't copy paste it with like nothing. I think that will be the one. What is I'm doing it right now? Okay, I think it's I don't know why. And none of you I think know that if I do it again, as you can see, we changed it from the Jipangu, and then if we link your contact again, we go with tennis lobby, and then if we do it again, we go to water 7. And that will be round robin. Every time we access it, the load balancer will give to a different worker. Like they have a pointer that it's already used, and just circling. Okay, so I think that's for the proxy, and for the another algorithm. I think you need to try it by yourself. I think it's the difference is like just you need to add this list con, and then the IP hash, and the generic hash, and something like that. So I think I don't need to do it again. I think we wait so much time to debugging the reverse proxy just because I want to type this one, the IP. So don't forget to change the IP. Just don't copy paste it without changing anything. Okay, after that we go to load testing. I don't know if this one is gonna be used in practicum, the Apache, because there is a new material. That actually, there is geometry is not a material from our semester, but in your semester or in this year, they add new material called geometry. It's like the load testing. We usually use the Apache benchmark, but I think right now we use the geometry one. Okay, but I think I'm not gonna do the Apache benchmark. Uh, you can read it, but every we test it, we can go and have a statistic like this, like what the minimum or median in connection time. We can test every load balancer method that we know, and then compare it each other because we already tested with Apache benchmark. Okay, that for the Apache benchmark, but I think it's for later. We go with Gmeter first, and I think it's already 20 minutes left before our test lab is ending. So the Apache Gmeter is like the load testing for you that you need to test, because if we need to test our server, it's not right if we just like test it with one user. Like we test it when we go access it the maybe with google.com, and it's not representative to our user. So if we want to test it, we need to create the like simulation of we need to like we create 100 user and then access to the website that we want and something like that. And then after that, if we test it, we can know that what our server is capable like that. And you can do it like this. Lots of things, like something like that. Okay. For the installation, we need go to Java Gmeter. Actually, I think Gmeter is G is Java, and then download the Apache Gmeter. You can just download this binaries.zip one, but I think I'm already have it in this one. I'm already downloaded and zip it. After unzip it, there will be some directory like this, and you don't need to install something. You just need every as long as you have Java environment in your laptop, then I think it's no problem. If you don't have it, you need to install it first. Okay, so you can open it in Windows first, or if you use the Mac, you can use it in Mac. Okay, after that, you can go to bin and then run the Apache jmeter.jar. This one, the executable jar file. Okay, after you run it, there will be some app like this that you have. So this is the jmeter one. After this, what you need to do is already have in the geometer. Okay, after run it, you can go to window Apache Geometer and do the test plan, add thread user group. Okay, just do it like the module said, add this user thread group. After that, we can set the number of thread user. This will be like a simulation, what number of user that will access something. Maybe we go with 100 if you want. This one. I think we set it with 100. After that, we go with group sampler HTTP request. Okay, thread group. Add list sampler HTTP request. And then there will be some setup that we need to make, I think. Okay, so in this example, we need to create test for google.com. It's HTTPS and server name is google.com. And then the path we will access is the root directory. And then I think it's cool. The method is great. I think it's gonna be add. Wait, but okay. Okay, I think it's already done. You don't need to add, I think. And then we need to add the listener and view result tree. View add listener view result tree. And there will be a new one. Aduh, why I can check. Can check. Okay, I actually this one is wrong. Okay. Okay, as you can see, the one with the result tree is in the test plan. So in this one, we go with add, we go with listener, and view result tree. So like this one. After that, we can go with test it. Just run it. This one, you can see the start button and start it, and we can save it with test.gmx. And then I think we'll save it in download maybe. Yep, test.gmx. Okay, after that it will run and there will be some HTTP request make actually, if I'm not wrong. So, okay, it's already sending the HTTP request and maybe if you count it, it will be up to 100 because we set up it in 100 requests. Okay, after that we can do it the method in CLI because in this Windows we just can pass the IP, right? Like we just need to test the google.com, but we don't test a real thing that we make. So if you want to test a real thing that you make, you can just copy this one and simpan test plan di .sh and copy content dari test plan. Okay, as you can see, this download and then the test GMX, you can open it with Notepad. After open that with Notepad, you can copy it. That's for the configuration. And then you can copy to the OneNote in this one. Maybe I'll add it with in logarithm, I think. Let's we go with this one. Okay. Before that, in logarithm, if we want to test it using the logarithm node, we need to install it in logarithm. So where is the installation? Nah, this one. This will be the installation. We need to install Java. We don't have Java in our node. Rename. Okay, we're done. We just need to install it like this. Boom, boom. Wait, we don't need to the studio one. Wait. Okay, we got the Java environment, Java runtime environment, and then you can go with this widget install. I think Java runtime environment is a large thing to download, and it's already here. Okay, so I think that's for the geometer. But if you use the Windows, you can see the file in this one. Like you can do it index.html. But because we check it in Linux, then you can see it. But I think it's okay. Okay, because it's 13 minutes more. So for the implementation, I think it's not quite different from our thing. And for now, there is a new image that we need to download or install, and it will be different name service, but you can read it. This will be I think it will be good for the implementation because you just don't need the PHP raw, but you just need the I think it's using Laravel. Oh yeah, I think it's using Laravel, so I think it's a good one. But the concept is the same. You can just direct it from the index.php to our Laravel output. So I think it will be the same because it's not quite important what is PHP or the PHP or Laravel. So, but I think in practicum you will give you will given the PHP or Laravel. Laravel one I think. Yeah, you given a Laravel project and then you need to install it in the tree worker you have, usually like that. And in the tree worker, like before, and it's not just index.php, but just with database too. So you need to set up more, but the concept is the same for the load balancing and another. So because the time is running low, I can demonstrate the Laravel one, but the another is the same. Okay, so I think the Gmeter is already done. Okay, it's done. After that, we can go with back to Gmeter. Gmeter, and we get from this one. Boom. Okay, there is so much to download. Two. Okay. Oh yeah. Usually, the PHP version is sensitive, so you need to read it. Like in the Laravel, you need to install the 8,1, I think. Wait, where is the Laravel? Wait, what is that? Laravel, where are you, Laravel? Laravel. Not this one, not this one. Okay, okay. As you can see, if you see it in the Laravel or the implementation, you need to install the PHP 8,0. So the configuration will be different, like the stock or something like that. Like we write it in 7,4, right? So after this one, that will be different because you are using the different version. It's the same like we use the reverse proxy in the module. They use the 7,2, but we use the 7,4. So you need to read it or see your PHP version when you download it. and then change the configuration to your PHP version like this. Okay. Okay, it's already downloading. After that, we need to unzip, 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 unzip. Oh, you don't have unzip, bro? For real? Oh, what the hell? Okay, we don't unzip one. And then we unzip the Gmeter. After that Gmeter, we can copy the copy node, masuk a folder bin in Apache Gmeter and do this. Hmm. Can copy this one. And then we can copy to the node in GNS3 with the same node. Okay. Okay. We go with LS. We can go with Apache Gmeter. And we can see there is some of file here. We can go with bin actually. Okay, I'll save it in different. Just save it in nano. And start yes. Copy the and then back. As you can see, we have a new file called test.cmx, and then we can test it with this one. This one. Okay, so we can run it with this. Wait. What I copied? This one. Okay, so the Gmeter one is nama test plan. Will be the test.gmx. 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 Output will be test.csv. Test.csv. And I'll make it in what is in just test coba. Pas lagi aja. Test coba. Maybe like this. Wait, we need to move the test section to the bin side. Okay. Okay. What? Actually, that will be. We don't need this one. Wait, I think the name is different. Dot slash Apache Gmeter 5 ketiga. Tak apa. Tak. Shortcut. We need to go back. Oh, alas. We go with this one. Terus kita shift. I forgot. We need to make it here. Okay. We need to run the Gmeter. What is the Gmeter? Okay, so after you run that, I think there will be some waiting for thing. And after they done with the testing, after they done with creating 100 user to google.com, you can see the result in there. Where are you? Okay, it's already done. And that's the summary 100 in 13 seconds with 7,4 per second average with with 7,4 per second. Average is this one and minimum is this one, max is this one, and this one is error. And you can see the result in okay. They generate a new directory because we write the output directory, right? So we can go to cd test coba. We save that output there, and if you see ls, there will be some file that we can see is sbatmin and statistic. Maybe we can see the statistic. Okay, as you can see, there will be so much statistic there that you can see, like the average, the mean, maximum response time, and of course we can set up the HTTP request. Maybe if you want to check it, this one, and you can change it into the IP you want to test it, like 119 or 1011 or something like that. The same as IP that you want to test, or if we want to test the load balancing, like this one, like we can use the links jarcom.site, right? Okay, as you can see, there is a load balancer working there. And if you want to test it, just input the jarcom.site, and the path is slash, and the method is, I don't know, I think HTTP, just like usual. And then the import it like before I do, and then export, import it to your logarithm or the client that you want to test it, and then you can run, and then you can test your load balancing method like that. That's for the okay. As you can see, there is a index.html too, but I think I can just try it. Index.html. I think I still can navigate it, but with ugly tampilannya sangat jelek. Okay, so you can see the request summary here, but I think it's not quite important. The important one is the statistic.json. But if you use the Windows, you can see the statistic result in this display. I think it's more good than usually make the CLI, right? Okay, but I think I'm not demonstrated with the jarcom.site. I'm demonstrated with google.com, but if you want to change it, you can just change it the HTTP request into jarcom.site.com, jarcom.site, and then maybe change it to HTTP, and then you're done with your test, and then run it in the logarithm, or if the task is nyuruhnya di mana, and you already got the statistic.json. Okay, so because it's already 8:59, I think it's already done for this test lab. Is there any question for from you all? I think we already done the most of the module, but I think I skipped some matter that I think not quite important because the time is limited. And maybe if you have a question in the matter of the module, maybe I skip it, we can ask it in the group or PC your assistant. Okay, I think I'll wait until 9 o'clock. I think it's already 9 o'clock. If there is no question, I think I'll end this meeting. Is it okay, Tino? Hello, hello.
Hello.
Aman, Mas.
Oke,
Is
silakan
there
ditutup.
any questions? No? Okay, then. Thank you, Isa, for explaining 2 hours of material for this lab session. And thank you guys for staying until the end. I hope it can help you guys for the next lab works. And like as I mentioned before, you can ask in the group if you have a question later on, and you can leave now.